Hi, I'm here, and I'm Dean, and I'm with Dom, running for Education Officer. And yeah, I was just wondering, what are you most excited about the campaign coming up?
Oh, I've never been to SCORE before. Like, I promised in the first year that if I ever went to SCORE, it would be when I was like campaigning, and not expecting to ever do it. But then, yeah, next week it's going to be my first ever SCORE.
Sounds great. What are your 3 main points that you really want to improve about the education system?
So I think like space on campus is the first. The second would probably be like IMCs and appeals processes, like mitigating circumstances if you like get sick or something, and then like exam feedback. So yeah, those are the first 3 points on my manifesto.
Okay. So I also read in your manifesto that you believe your aims should all be realistic and achievable.
Yeah.
Do you think that means that you will not push the people in charge far enough when coming to your points?
Absolutely not. I just think that it means that we have to be quite realistic about what we want to expect, and whether or not we end up, pushing senior management for more than we actually expect as like a strategy to get what we want is like an entirely different issue, I think.
And on that note, your manifesto is a lot shorter than some of other people's. Do you think it's more important to be specific, or do you think maybe your manifesto is just outlining your points generally and you would like to go a lot further than what you actually said?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both of those. I think it's really important to have some very specific aims, and then obviously there would be lots of issues around the topics that I raised in my manifesto that I would then like to pursue further.
So you spoke a lot about study space and how we need more of it, which I think a lot of people are going to agree on. What would you like to see first? Building works to extend the library, or more spaces elsewhere in Bath?
Definitely more spaces to extending the library as opposed to more spaces in the city. I think it's quite important for us to look at how uptake happens on the Virgil building in town. Like, if people actually start to use that, then maybe I would change my mind and say more spaces in the city. But as far as I'm aware, it's not a massively used space at the moment, so the priority is to increase space available on campus.
And with mitigating circumstances, what do you feel the issues are with the process at the moment?
It's very opaque, so it's hard to see what's going on and what the timing is. We're not told what counts as a mitigating circumstance and what isn't. And I think the other issue is that given that how strong the idea of the 3-day deadline is, it can really disadvantage some students. So I had a IMC in the second year, and I had to fight really hard for it and I didn't get it for some of the classes because I only got a medical diagnosis. I only found out that there had been something wrong. I just thought having something be wrong was like normal life for me. So I was just at a massive disadvantage because for the first semester they wouldn't accept anything, even though I had a medical legitimate claim.
Okay. So moving away from the potentially serious issues, you're in the front of your manifesto. You have a lot of you have a ahoy about as a sailor reference, a pirate reference, I'd guess. So a few quick fire questions, and I'd like to hear your reasoning if you could too. So Blackbeard or Captain Jack Sparrow?
Ooh, I would say Captain Jack Sparrow, just because I'm Welsh and Blackbeard's not necessarily a popular figure in Wales.
Understood. Rum or whiskey?
Rum, definitely.
Sounds very pirate to me. Skull or crossbones?
Well, you can't have one without the other now, can you?
Well, you've got to pick a favourite. This is the point of this.
A skull.
Skull? Why?
Because it's important that we see the face of things.
Very, very. I can't believe you made that into an analogy. I'm very, very impressed.
Sorry.
And finally, on the topic of education and all of the important things in life, what are your opinions on garden gnomes?
I'm a really, really big fan of garden gnomes.
Why?
Because they're just so friendly. They just liven up everything. I don't know if you've seen the garden gnomes in front of the Holborn Museum, but I walk past there every day on my way to uni, and I just see a gnome, and I just think, man, today's going to be a good day.
Thank you very much, Dom. I really appreciate those answers.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
University Radio Bath. Your city, your station. Station, your soundtrack.